Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame. And yes, yesterday we got that advance to the top side, testing into the 55 EMA as we were saying in the morning video. And now we're looking at our little bit of a pullback. Now, the goal is for us not to end up in this kind of scenario or this kind of scenario. Today's pullback, we want us not to go under 19,600. If we close under 19,600 at the end of the day today, possibility of going to the downside becomes extremely high. If we lose 19.5 and close under there, we are almost certainly going to look for much lower prices starting tomorrow to test this support once again. And this time I would be much more cautious to the downside where I'm less, I have like little to no hope of this support holding. Uh, at this point, we have wound up so much, taken so much money. We did not break up by like today or tomorrow. By the end of this week, we are going to break down, and it's going to be an ugly breakdown. So just get ready for that. Um, Looking at the 4 hour on Bitcoin, we can see like how we got above our all our resistances. Basically, we even tapped out all these shorts here with this one wick, and then we started this retracement. Now, as long as we can hold, as I was saying, 4 hour open and closes above 19,900, we can look for us continually going to the upside. But as soon as we close under 19.9, I'm gonna have a little bit of reservation. You have one last stop over here at 19.8, but I already gave you that 19.9 on that daily. Under 19.9, if we are um, closing 4 hours, the likelihood that we go to 19.5 and under is there. So this is like the first warning is 19.9. Under that, you need to start making your plan of, hey, this full flag consolidation above resistance might not play out for a continuation. It just swept the liquidity and now it wants to go back down to, reversion to the mean situation. So if it wants to go back to its breakout, you're gonna want to keep an eye out for that 19.6, 19.5 level. That also can be a great area to take along for the test back of the breakdown of where we just came down from. And then you could basically take profit around 19.9 if you're trying to scalp along from the 19.500, $19,600 level. So that range is what we're trying to look for. It's basically from 20,300 to 19,500. Which way we break is what we are waiting to see. 4 hour opening closes will determine the trend in that direction once that occurs. As we're coming to the top, we are seeing a dwindling of volume. So just keep that as a warning that, hey, continuation to the downside can start now. Even though this looks like a pullback, it can turn into a much larger pullback. So be warned. Now let's go to the daily on Ethereum. As you can see, same thing. We hit the 21, finding resistance. This is classic, even if you're trading 1 minute candles, when this happens, hey, be careful, it might test the low or lower. If we can break above 1380 with 4 hour open and closes, we can look for the next level of resistance around 1480. Okay, so 1380 to 1480 is the range we're looking for. Once 1480 is claimed with 4 hour open and closes above it, like such as 1500, we're going to be looking for much higher levels, like the 1800, yeah, 1800 level. Before 1800, we can even stop at 1780. So uh, 1380 to 1480 to 1580 to 1780, ironically. So yeah, basically $100 ranges of levels of resistance for Ethereum. To the downside, under 1325, you're looking for pain down to the bottom. Under 1280 or 1250, we're finally gonna get to this level and test this level and see if we hold it at support or break out. 1250 to 11 to 1,000. So this is about a $1,200 range. We're trying not to break into it, but pretty soon this is looking like a bear flag or an ascending channel or a little, you know, little wedge, whatever you want to call it. It looks like it's going to come to resistance and roll over. And the 21 is that resistance, and 21 is already starting a little curve. Let's hope that we can go sideways. If we go sideways and the EMAs converge on each other, you'll have the opportunity to pop up, test into this next level of resistance, 1480, and then do the rollover, like how Bitcoin did, because Bitcoin, I believe, hit the 55. Yes, Bitcoin hit the 55. So ironically, Bitcoin is a little bit stronger than Ethereum right now. So just also keep that in mind. Maybe Bitcoin will be leading, but uh, recently it hasn't. So this might have just been a liquidity grab, and Ethereum might start the move to the downside, dragging Bitcoin with it, or Ethereum is using this as a bottom confirmation, this as a higher low, meaning this is confirming that this is the low, and we are going to break up from here using 1320 as support, and we're going to go to 1480 and beyond. Then we can break above this high like how Bitcoin did over here at 1780, and then come back for support test on the 4-hour time frame over here. So looking at the 4-hour, what I was saying is we can do what Bitcoin did and actually break out, test into the 200, take this liquidity here, and then find support on the 100 EMA and then continue later after going sideways. So as long as on a 4-hour time scale, we are already consolidating in a pretty healthy area. If we can hold above 1320, I think 1335, I would say now. Yeah, if we can hold above 1335 and not close 4 hours underneath, we can go sideways and up and test into the next level of resistance, which is going to be around 1420, 1420, 1430 level. Over here, we can tap it, then come back for support, and then continue higher. So do keep that in mind that we are in a stance where we can find support on above the 21 and then continue higher. Actually, until we close under the 21, you should be only looking higher. I would suggest that. I understand we rejected off the 100, but if we were doing a real strong rejection, we're going to break under the 21 and close the 4-hour. And you have at least another 4-hour candle to look at that. So as New York opens, you can take a look and see if that happens. Right now, New York is, I mean, pre-market is down at like 100, 200 points, about 200 points. So you can expect maybe a little bit of a pullback today, but today's Wednesday, the day that I was expecting the most like move. So if we were supposed to go to the downside today, I think today will be the day you'll see that flush. If we're gonna go break above these resistances and the bottom kind of looks like it's in, and I was wrong on my fib time, and instead of the end of October, the first beginning of October was when everyone should have FOMOed and started accumulating. Well, then we'll just pump up, and then what I'll do is I'll wait for it to come to some support and then get it from there. Yeah, I missed the exact bottom, but I'm not gonna gamble, housewife and kids where the move is already progressed into a resistance level. You never long the top, so, and I don't plan on shorting right now. Um, if I wanted to short, I had the short opportunity all day yesterday, and why wouldn't I have just held a little bit of it? So this was our plan yesterday for members. We were looking for the short in this golden pocket, saying like, hey, if you get above this level, you can look for a long because it's possible a long. This is the midline of the channel. But if you reject back under here, this is your activation confirmation of a short. So this was the level we were trying to short. You had two opportunities. You had these little wicks over here weren't open and closes. They were just liquidity grabs. We're on a 15-minute chart here. And then we said that if this opened and closed above it and you took a long here, your take profit would be in this region looking for the next short. Well, today is the exact same thing. But today we are actually under our block. So we would be taking shorts all day today under here. and then we will take profit with these shorts on our lower EMA support, such as the 200 or our pink line of destiny or the yellow areas. These are the take profits that we already have scheduled. This is a long scalp over here around 300. So, I'm going to actively manage this, but yeah, we are scalping. Oh yeah, this was the channel that we were tracking for a while. So if you just extend this, I'm not even looking left, I'm just looking. I was just watching this. This is what I was drawing the channel off of, and look, the same consolidation is right here. This little consolidation right here, and once this broke, that's how I know that we can consolidate here and then maybe test back into it, but more than likely we'll reject off of this channel and it'll go back down. So I'm just going to leave this here, and another reason why I drew that here. So this is where we want to take our short. So even when this comes up into this channel area to see if it's going to reject, it's an opportunity for us to take a short. We'll take some profit like right away on like 1350-ish, and then right away on our 200 EMA and lower. We have all these exact targets right here, all the way down to the level where we would like to scalp along in our support of this area's breakout. So, or this area. When we swap our short here, we can start DCing into a long here to here. Stop losses 1280 like we've had before. So yeah, if you guys are interested, feel free to DM me for members. Last but not least, if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave it in the description of this video. Please, 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 if you can, press the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, the bell notification so you get these updates if you haven't already. And then if you could leave a comment, that'd be fantastic. Oh, another thing was I turned on my drawings, but if you go to the 4-hour, we've been tracking this head and shoulders the whole time. And I was ready for this higher breakout if we get it, but we are basically making the shoulder right now. So either we are going to break out of this shoulder and we're going to go to that higher target for our short, or we're going to get rejected right here and pull back into these level areas. And this head and shoulder will be able to basically steal all the liquidity out of this whole formation all the way to these lower levels. And then we have a little long that we're looking for down here, which on the midline of this channel. So we're just waiting. Let's see how everything plays out. I'm going to take all that off so you guys don't have to blind yourself. Go take a look at Dixie real quick as I'm saying my sign off. As I was saying, yeah, if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the description of this video. And as you can see, Dixie did find a support on this 200 and is starting to climb now. If it starts rising, you're going to see pressure on Bitcoin and Ethereum to the downside. If it claims the EMAs, if it starts opening and closing above here, you should definitely be cautious. What we're looking for is a rejection off of the 21 and some more downside for we can rally. But if this starts to go up from here, you will see all of crypto feel the pain. So I'm glad I came up to this chart so you guys can see it. It's been tracking our fibs perfectly. We were looking for the bounce on this 200 EMA. We're looking for it to test into the 111 area, but then actually we wanted to break back into the 114. This will be the sign for me to know that, hey, I better start getting out of every single one of my longs because we are breaking into the golden pocket. And once that's claimed with an open and close, where the higher level is much, much, much more possible. And that's going to give a lot of downside for other tech stocks and crypto assets. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, what was gonna else? Oh yeah, if you are interested in the Discord of our group, please feel free to join. It is in the description of this video. And last but not least, I will see you guys later. Feel free to join me in the Discord. I'll be charting there all day with friends. Adios. Have a great day. Be safe.